honey, I got what you want. Give me all of your love, 'cause it's burning hot. It's what you do to me, babe, I can guarantee. Honey, I got what you need. Under the night sky, I want your eyes all on me. Don't tell me lies now, I always get mine. Don't play with me. Do you want it? Can you feel me? Can you handle it? Right. Do you want it? And I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me.
Well, hello. How you doing today? You ready to talk about fun stuff? A little bit of sunshine. It's Friday. It's a good time to celebrate being able to make a little progress in our week through some of the little golden nuggets that we've been sharing. So hopefully you start to apply some of these ideas today so next week you can start rolling. So Facebook user, I don't know who this is, but it says, "Good afternoon. Hope you had an awesome week." I did, and I hope you did too. If you go over to the description of the video, of this video that we're streaming in right now, and you click on the link that says eCam, you can allow us to see your name and your photo. How cool is that? So I can flash you up a little bit beyond just Facebook user. But I'm really grateful for you dropping by and talking with us today. Oh, I checked. It's Rich. Hey, Rich. Happy Friday to you, my friend. I hope you're doing good. In fact, if you guys don't mind, give this video a little like or a little heart, because it does help in the algorithm. It shows Facebook that this is a community that's fun and worth showing to other people. So drop me something. Drop me something simple. But today is going to be sunshine and rainbows because we're talking about some really cool stuff. Whoops. Hold on a second. I got too many windows going right now. But today we're going to talk about ways that you can save big time with your energy and your focus on being able to repurpose your content. So who does that sound good to? It sounds good to me. I might not be able to clone myself. However, with the right technology, I can do some things that will make it seem like there's two of me. You know, if I could do it in real life, it'd be awesome. My house would probably be a little bit more organized. So I've had a lot of fun with you guys this week, and the VIP sessions have been fantastic. You know, we really had a chance to become a little bit more personal on some of the issues that, you know, we're all facing, trying to get motivated, focused, and the right strategy in place to make hosting these virtual events worthwhile. And today we're going to dig into some other things that shows you the benefits of even hosting an online event. Sometimes people will do their event, they archive it, and they're done. But my thought to that is no. We're going to reuse, recycle, repurpose our content so it makes double time the effort going out onto social media. Not our effort, but its effort is double with the impact. So if that sounds good to you, tell me you're ready to roll. You want to do a little bit more of that. And, well, we don't need to do that. You don't need to, well, you can still RSVP because we do have a session coming up on Saturday for a workshop. If you're interested in that, the software lab, in the comments, drop Software Lab, and I'll make sure that you get an invite. We're going to meet tomorrow at 2 p.m. But for now, oops, I'm a little ahead of the game. Hold on one second. Let me go back over to here. This is where we should be at. But for today, we're going to dig in and talk a little bit more on repurposing for shorts, reels, podcasts, blogs, all of these things that can help get more eyes on your business and your product, because ultimately that's why you're marketing and promoting, right? You want to be able to get more people connected with the message that you have. So let's work on that today. All right, so digging in, just a reminder, Monday is going to be epic. 2 p.m. I hope you can join us. And on Monday, we're going to talk about alternative sources of revenue that you may not have even thought about with your virtual event. Sometimes people think about just buying a coaching program or a specific product, but in this upcoming week, I'm going to show you some other things that can be very fruitful. We have an airplane flying over. I don't know if you can hear it. But I'm going to show you some other revenue avenues that you can start looking at to find other ways to make it worth your while. Sometimes it can take a little while to find a community online that is, buying and engaging high ticket items, but there's all sorts of different ways to flow your event to be profitable. And obviously, if you're putting a lot of time in there, it's something that you're passionate about, and you probably need to make sure that your expenses are covered. And if you're doing this for a living, you need to make sure that you can pay your bills, right? If paying your bills sounds good, say bills, goodbye bills, because I do like it when I can pay my bill as soon as it comes in. So Facebook user wrote, we saw that with Rich, leveraging your content through repurposing is a great subject. It is. It's a huge time saver and ultimately a huge money saver, because you're not having to redo all of this stuff. And we're going to dig into that today. So one of the things that I've talked about throughout this whole challenge is committing to show up for the challenge. But after we're done here this week, you've got to commit to yourself that you're going to show up for your community online. And the more you show up, people are going to gravitate to your content, especially if you start doing strategies that are going to pull them in. So make a commitment before you wrap up this workshop with me that you are going to go live once a day or at least once a week. And if you can start showing up at the same time, even better. I struggle with that, but this is one of the things that I'm trying to do, is get more of a solid time frame, and one of the things I've been battling is the 8 p.m. time frame better, or the 2 p.m., so those are things that we always are looking at so that we can make it easier for people to connect with our content. So I want you to do that too. But the whole thing with virtual events is it's a topic that's not going to stop, even with things getting back to normal. And why is it important? Because now it's an expectation where people that maybe don't want to travel or can't travel or are unable to make an event, they still want to participate, and they've had a taste of what it's like to go through a virtual event. And there's a lot of people that prefer virtual. This includes schools. Are you looking at the way colleges are reforming right now? It's about time. Between the online options and other alternatives that they have for letting people connect with the content, it's better. There's some people that will want to watch on replay. There's some people that are going to want to watch it live, but understanding that community is going to be key. In fact, I recently got a phone call. It was from a solicitor to do basically, offering services that I do similar to mine. And but they do some other things. I asked them, hey, do you have an affiliate program? My specialty is virtual events and helping people with their live streams. But do you have a, affiliate link or something like that? Because it sounds like you guys are doing some cool things. He said they have it on hold, but when they started up, that it's required, if you're an affiliate person, that you have to join that session live And as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, shut down. No, so that means that you want somebody to sell your product and they have to be there at that exact time. There's not a payment that's coming out unless, a sale is made. So you've got to understand what are the needs and how does your client or prospect, even if it's an affiliate that's going to sell your stuff, how do they value their time? Is the product that they're selling or putting out there making such a significant impact that they're willing to dedicate 3 hours a week in a specific time slot? I don't know about that. A lot of the big players probably. So it's something to think about because you need to know how to accommodate your community. Virtual events aren't going away. They're going to get bigger and better. So just prepare yourself. And you're doing that just by showing up for this workshop this week. And I'm really grateful for your time. And I hope that the goodies that you get are incredible for you and for your business. So if you do want to start taking your virtual events to the next level and you're really serious and not just you want to come online and you want to play, but if you're serious and you really do want to launch a virtual event and have it in a professional production along with some accountability, I want to share this offer with you. And we're going to have this offer available till Tuesday at midnight. So you've got time over the weekend. That way, this isn't a high pressure thing. This is something you should really think about if you're serious about you want to do a virtual event and you don't want to just get caught into more training, no action. This is going to be an opportunity for you to really dig in, take some action, and be proactive with promoting your business, your idea, your next big thing. So I should have had this set up before we went live, but I'm going to go over to the website so we can take a little stroll through it and you can see what it is that I've created for you guys. And you can go over to elizabethmorosco.com/awesome virtual events if you want to check it out with me side by side. But this is a chance for you to dig into our beta version of this launch, Awesome Virtual Events. And through it, it's not just more training. This is going to give you the right support and systems to produce live events that can deliver big results. But the thing that I do have to tell you, and this isn't a scarcity, fear of missing out strategy. Honestly, it's a limited time offer, and we're going to only run this for a very short amount of time at the discounted rate that I've put together for you. And the reason why is because I want to make sure I'm able to provide high quality service to everyone that's in there and to do touch points with everyone. So I'm limiting the number of seats that I'm putting through on this first beta run so that I can actually really roll up my sleeves, dig in, and help. Now, this isn't going to be like some trainings that maybe you've seen before where you have, let's say, somebody who is just there during the time that they're promoting the event. And then when it comes to actually working with you, that somebody disappears and you don't see them because now they're in this vortex of, I'm soliciting other people, so I'm going to leave you with another coach. That's not what's going to happen. This is going to be an opportunity for you to work one-on-one with me where we actually plan your event and then we execute it and then do the final step of post-event production. What this would look like is doing something like the first couple of weeks of us sitting down, and some of this will be group coaching also combined with one-on-one. And I think that the group coaching is super helpful because it gives you a chance to hear some of the other obstacles other people are facing. But this also gives you the ability to work with somebody who has done many, many events. I will tell you, I have produced literally thousands of events in person and also some events online. I understand what it takes to help people reach their end results. And one of the things is accountability, because when we're doing it on our own, it becomes very challenging. Other things become a priority or a focal point. But when you have a committee like you and I working together and helping you fulfill your dreams, you're going to have an increased likelihood of getting there. So say goodbye to doing it on your own and say hello to not just a coaching program with more videos and more content and more to-do list. This is going to be connecting together every week, reaching goals that have to be achieved so that we can get to our virtual event date, launch with success, and then follow up with what we're going to talk about today, repurposing content, because you don't want to do the event just once. The hope is that it's so successful you repeat it once a month, once a quarter, maybe even once a week. But doing it on your own, you may have been doing this for the past year or 2 years, where you keep watching more videos, more content, getting more coaching, getting psyched up, but nothing's happening, working with multiple people that you have all over the world, but you don't know what the heck is going on. You're losing your account, you're losing your website focus, nobody's showing up. And these things will happen. But imagine if you had somebody that was working with you that actually cared and wanted to help you achieve your goal. How priceless would that be? Not to have to do it alone. And I think that we try to sometimes wear all the hats as entrepreneurs, and we've got to stop that. We've got to find a different approach. So this approach is a done with you. I'm not going to do the whole full production. We do have the option to do that. Like if you just want to do hands off and show up, we've got a whole team that can set everything in place. But I think that this package is going to be a perfect fit for somebody that's serious, but maybe they don't want to hire a production crew in a total event planning overhaul. So taking the time to do some things, it can do amazing things for you. And that's why we're calling this the awesome virtual event experience. And it's going to give you a chance to overcome fear with live streaming or with the systems or strategies so that you can actually focus on what you do best so you can be successful. And this is a personalized training to address specific issues that you're facing, not just something that's cookie cutter. I'm going to be with you to help you get into the mindset of where the losses that need to be let go and where do we need to put our attention. So this is working closely with me every single week and giving you a chance to plan, prepare, and launch your event. Not just doing it in theory, like actually launching it. And then being able to go back and improve every single time. The wonderful thing about virtual events is it gives you a chance to future-proof your business so that you can really experience financial freedom. There's a lot of things that you can do after you host an event, including doing a webinar or evergreen where it's recorded and it's on autoplay. How awesome would that be to have your product selling while you're sleeping? You can do it, but you have to have the pieces in place to make it happen. And even this is one of the things that a lot of us get hung up, myself included, having tech overwhelm. It can get you stuck into a loophole where you never can focus on what you need to grow. Instead, you keep learning new software. And then on top of that, having experienced support to guide you along the journey, experience in terms of marketing strategy. I come with over 20 years of marketing and event focus, but also the tech side. So there may be some the hiccups that you have. Instead of getting stuck in it for a month, let's overcome that together. I'm going to show you massive shortcuts so that you can be successful and finally be able to move beyond frustration, finally save time while you're gaining clarity, confidence, and momentum. So this beta launch special is available for $14.97. After we are done with beta, this price point, the launch price is going to be $29.97. But I want to make this offer available to you if you're serious about really growing your business. So to really sweeten the deal, and give you an opportunity to really dig in and see what you can do with virtual events, I'm throwing in this extra bonus. This is really cool, you guys. I don't know if you realize how cool this is, but this is a limited time offer, and I'm only going to have it for a small group of people because I just can't. Whoops, let me close this out of here. I just can't offer it to everyone and to be able to roll it out in a quality way. So if you sign up and you do the pay in full option, I'm going to give you a complete remote live production where I come in and I support you. I run all of the camera, the slides, the audio, everything. So you're literally just showing up and doing your live stream and making your presentation fabulous. And what's cool is all the coaching, everything that we're going to do one-on-one and in the groups is going to help you get prepared for all of your images, your video, your little things that help you shine. And then imagine now you don't have to worry about the tech overwhelm. I'm going to show up. I'm going to go live with you. I'll be in the background where you don't even see me. It would be you, front and center. And to have all of that running seamlessly. Now, this is a package that's valued at $1,000, $999, and you're going to get it free if you sign up for the pay in full option. And if you do need some time, and I understand how that can be, if you do need a little bit more time where maybe you can't do the investment all at once, you do also have an option for 2-pay system. So you can break this up into one payment of $14.97, and you get all of the extra bonus features. And so it's $1,500 is what it is. And then if you want to, this is incorrect right here. You have the option to do pay 2 times. It's not 3 times. I'll up it. Pay 2 times $800. But if you pay in full, you save an extra $100, plus you get that $1,000 bonus to have me come along with you on the journey. And it literally will take you from planning the whole thing to implementing, executing, launching, and being ready to go. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, I want to encourage you to go over to that website, elizabethmorosco.com/awesome virtual events. In fact, I'm going to go over into the chat and I'm going to drop that link right there. So feel free to go take a look at it. This package is going to be available for until Tuesday at midnight. So if you're serious about growing your business, this is the time to do it. It's not going to be a bunch of fluff stuff that you're not going to utilize. This is actually going to be us sitting down, mapping out all the details, having it ready to go, and doing it in a way that's going to help you scale and move from the sidelines, move from dreaming about an event and actually doing it. And I dropped that link in the comments. So go take a look at it a little bit later. Let me know your thoughts. And if you have any questions too, if you want to hop on a one-on-one, let me know and I can message you my calendar and we could connect over the weekend or even at the beginning of the week next week. But I want you to really be able to take advantage of this because it's not just a, oops, I got the wrong screen up here. It's not just a, I'm everywhere. Where's she at? Get her out of there. Let me get out of here. Let's go over here. All right. It's not just a standard coaching thing. This is a done with you that's going to be power packed to help you get on track. So I hope you can make it. All right. So this week has been pretty intense. We've talked about so many things to help you get on track, including camera confidence and even doing things to make sure that your virtual event is not a snooze fest, that you can stand out in a professional way and to really utilize that event to shine and keep your business going. We also talked about the importance of doing, 4 weeks of promotion before you launch your event. So one of the things I would suggest is getting comfortable with that going live, because it's something that you're going to need to do for all these pre-event promos. And we also had a chance to cover mindset, getting unstuck, staying motivated and focused. And it's one of the keys with virtual events of being able to do that. And also, we had a chance to cover a little bit on planning and some of the key things that you need to have in place to be successful. We also covered show time and your show flow, how to get things going and flowing throughout your event. And today, we're going to dig in and talk about repurposing and repeating your content so that it can be incredibly powerful for you. So for the most part, long format video for virtual events has been a hot hit, especially when things were locked down and people were stuck at home. But now we're moving into this place where people want to get out. They're still engaging with social media, but they're finding that they don't want to watch necessarily 2 hours. However, if they catch a 30-second or 3-minute snippet, a shorter video, and it's engaging and exciting to them, they're more likely to come back and watch your longer format content. Part of it is just giving those little appetizers, like when you go to Costco or Sam's Club, they give you the little appetizer. If you like it, you come back for more. So this is what you've got to think of, your snippets. They're little pieces of information to get people excited. And just last night, I've got to tell you the latest trend. If you're here live and you watch the replay and you make it all the way through to 26 minutes, you're going to hear a cutting edge tip. You ready? Okay, so Mari Smith is somebody that I follow online. They call her the Facebook Queen. I absolutely adore her. She has such great content. I think she's originally from Canada, originally from Scotland, moved to Canada. So she is witty and wise. But one of her top influencers that she knows was talking about how organic reach is going down, and even some stuff with the shorts and the reels are going down, right? I don't know if you've been paying attention or measuring any of your organic reach, but this is what they did this week that actually started converting. Is they took the snippet short video, they uploaded it on their profile, and then shared it. So I want you to give that a try. They did it this past week. They had great results. They did say, just work with a few of them. You got to try a few in case that one piece of content that you put up just isn't working, period. But try that this weekend, in this upcoming week, and I would love to know if you see an improvement in your numbers. They have seen an improvement, so they're going to keep pushing that out and guinea pigging. But the thing is with any of these big tech companies, the algorithm changes based on whatever their software engineers are putting in there. So learning to do the two-step dance with what the big tech companies want, it's going to give you the ability to ride their wave. So learn how to do this. All right, so when it comes to repurposing, there's so many different things that you can do with one long video event, including doing some snippets where you're doing those extracts anywhere from 15 seconds for stories all the way to 3 minutes. And playing around with those time frames. Don't get yourself into the cycle of I only do 30 seconds. Play around, find out what's converting, what's not. And one of the things we're going to talk about in a little bit is it's important for you to look at your measurables of what videos are taking off. When you're saying something that inspires people and you see a spike of people stuck around, that's a sign that's good content. Reuse it again. So you just have to know where to put your eyes so you know how to identify and make these changes. And I know that it's possible. I've seen how powerful shorts can be in being able to organically get people to connect with your content. So I want you to try it. One of the other things is even revamps of Maybe you're doing a live stream like this, and there was something that powerful that happened in a previous video. You extract part of that and then bring it into your live stream. Now, the only caution that I want to give you is they do not like, they, meaning the tech companies, do not like you broadcasting pre-recorded video and then streaming it like it's live. It's a big no-no. But if you do like a little thing at the top that says previously recorded, or you're mentioning it and you just doing it as a fraction of the content that you're creating, you're going to be good to go. But if you come in and you just rebroadcast the same thing as pre-recorded and push it out like it's streamed, those are things that are going to get your account shut down. Now, you might get away with it once, twice, 3 times, but you do not want to ride that line of making the tech world shut you down. So let's keep that in mind. The other thing is replays. I've mentioned this to you multiple times. When it comes to your content, replays get more views. And there's things that you can do to help drive more views. It could be simple things like taking your video, infusing it into a blog post, embedding it in there, and getting more eyes on there, or sending out a message, your email sequence. Hey, did you see the free training that I hosted today on, or whatever your video's about? So it's important to get that email list going, continue to have your community connect with your content in other formats besides where you just delivered it. So it's up to you to be a distributor of your content. This is where you really become a publisher. You're putting out great content, but now you're finding different platforms to publish it in. And this can be absolutely a powerhouse when you're doing it strategically, intentionally, and on schedule, instead of just haphazard and once in a while. So I want you to consider that. The other thing that I want to talk to you about is podcasts are hot, super hot. I'm telling you, this is where it's at. And I've been lacking in this, you guys. It's actually kind of sad because I had great momentum going on my podcast and I stopped. And in fact, it just started rolling naturally. I was even getting some reoccurring revenue off of it. So for your business, think of this when you're creating your content. How can you come back later and then switch it over to have a podcast feel to it? And today we're going to talk about some software that will seamlessly help you convert these type of events into podcasts. And the other thing is blogs. Imagine taking a long stream podcast or video that you have and then having it transcribed, written out for you, and then throwing it over into Grammarly or something to edit out the, talking jargon that we have and clean it just a little bit so it reads well. And having blogs is huge, because when you're putting in blogs, now all of a sudden, guess what? You have the ability to go in and use SEO, search engine optimization, and then have Google start pulling out your content to people that are searching for that type of information. But if you don't have blogs or these other things, Google's not going to find you. They're not going to find you. You clown. Let's get it where our content is working for us. And I know that you'll be very happy when you get to there. So, hey, do you remember me? Do you remember this guy from yesterday? So if you remember the fish from yesterday, tell me fish below. But the point that I'm trying to make is it's okay to even go back later on and do another video where you're repeating yourself in maybe a different way, not the exact way. But people forget, and people need to be reminded, just like a kid needs to be reminded, clean your room, clean your room, clean your room. They forget, they don't remember. And the same thing with your viewers. When you come back and you tell the story in a different way, some of those people didn't hear the whole thing. New viewers are going to come. So just know it's okay to repeat your content. If you're just talking about like graphic design or your upcoming book or your upcoming whatever that you have, people aren't going to remember, so it's okay to repeat it. It reminds them. In fact, it's a little bit of a gift. So one of the things that I was talking to you a minute ago about is understanding what works, what's working and what's not working. And what did you write here? Too many try to do things on their own, and that's not their core strength. That's the truth. That's the truth. Peter Drucker, who's an old economist, used to talk about if you can hire somebody to do a job and they'll do it at 80% of the capacity that you would, so that you can focus on the things that only you can do and not other people, that's how you have a thriving business. And I believe that to be true. At a certain point, we have to be willing to try to accept a little bit of help instead of just doing it on our own. So one of the things that I want to show you, I'm going to see if I can pull it up. Oh, by the way, Tara, rock on for doing your video today. Yeah, girl. I saw it right before I was going live, but I liked what you were saying about watching the words that you say and the thoughts that you have. That was so good. And you did a great job on video, too. I'm very proud of you. High five. High five. So let me see if I can pull this up. It's not on this one, but oftentimes it might be over on my main page, or maybe it's probably because we're live right now. But if you pull up a video on your cell phone, it's going to give you, try to see if I can get it up. It's not coming up here. But it's going to give you a line at the bottom where you can see almost like a wave graph. And it's an indicator of the engagement, people that are coming in and staying and watching your content. So look at those things, and it'll give you an idea of what are the pieces of content that you should be extracting. Because you might think that you're talking about something that's interesting and nobody's interested in that, but you get to another point and the engagement and other things go up. So pay attention to the things that are working for you, because ultimately what gets measured is what gets improved. So looking at your view count, looking at your engagement, looking at the duration that people are watching your videos are ways that you can kind of get an idea of what's working. Another thing to keep in mind is pay attention to the day and the time that you are putting out these videos, because typically on a Friday, the view count is a little bit lower. A lot of people are getting ready for the weekend, and that's typical. That happens. Also, when you host an online event, usually on the first day, you end up with more viewers on that first day, and then people dwindle out at the end. Don't be upset with that, because really what's happening is it's allowing you to funnel down to find out the people that are really more interested in the content that you have. Throughout all of your virtual event planning, remember the numbers that matter are the quality and not the quantity. You could have 500 people watching that have no interest in what you're doing, and they come for a short amount of time, but they're really not interested. You want to find who are the people that are interested in the products, goods, or services that you're offering. And one other thing that I want to show you guys that is super key, and this can make a big difference on people noticing your event or not. And let me see if I can come over here one second. But when you are creating your events, let me see. I'm going to pull this up right here. Is this it? No, hold on. Whoop, let me get that out of there. Like all over the place. She's all over the place. Okay, let me pull up my monitor really quick so you can see this again. And what I'm trying to show you is when you are planning a online event, you've got to pay attention to where you're putting your graphics and your text, because not all of it's going to show up, you guys. And for instance, okay, this was the invite that I put out for this event. Okay, now if you look at like where I have the graphic right here, it did get cut off a little bit, but when you're placing your text or the name of your event or a key image, try to have it towards the center of that template, because even though you're able to upload a, full banner, people aren't going to see it when they come into the section for, RSVPing for your event. So try to get that text dead center. This one I missed the ball a little bit. Here, I got it on this one. I had it on day one and then I must have shifted it. But this is one of those things that seems really minor and really insignificant, but you can see when somebody is deciding, do I want to go to this event or not? It's much easier to see that versus some of the ones, and I've seen it before, where it's completely cut off and you can't even understand what the event's about, right? So I want you to be able to say, hey, I'm going to get to this place where I have all my stuff in one spot. It's easy for people to see, and we're ready to go. Let me see if I don't know what's going on here with my, it's not moving. Hold on, you guys. I'm having an eCam problem. Not the time to do this. Here we go. There we go. All right. So understanding that text format can make you look more professional right off the bat. In fact, when you get a minute after you get done here, go check out the events page on Facebook and look at how some people have it where it's just nicely aligned. They've got it set up and it looks more professional. We don't want you to look like amateurs. I want you to look like a pro. So use, the right photos, the right text. Images convert really well. People generally like faces. I don't know if you know this about like advertising. There's something about us human beings that we tend to be attracted to photos that have faces on it. Some other things that you consider too is, your logo and even your lower thirds of your titles, or, a spot that you have for your website. And Canva is a powerhouse, even when it comes to your shorts, you guys. You can take a piece of, I wouldn't suggest uploading a 1 hour video to Canva, but if you take a snippet of your video, you can upload it to Canva, and then they have those templates for the vertical videos, and you can do that. Just make sure everything's aligned up really nice. And this is a great way to even do intro videos. In fact, I'm going to play this 30-second clip. This was something that I created in Canva just as like a teaser, but you can do this too. It wasn't difficult. It was a combination of some photos, a little bit of video clips, and then adding in some of the graphics and music that they have available right there. So let's see if we can get over here.
And I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break it. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me.
But that gives you a gist, of what you can do just with Canva. You don't need to get into the really fancy software to be able to do some of these intro videos. It can make your live stream a little bit more interesting, but play around with that this weekend and know, hey, I'm going to make one just for giggles and understand like how it flows in Canva, and then get in there, get serious, and make something happen. But with short format right now, it's the hottest trend right now when it comes to social media marketing. And part of it has to do with TikTok taking over, dominating a lot of stuff, and YouTube has responded and Facebook has responded with adapting these new features, reels, shorts, stories, to help sort of offset some of the things that they're missing. But there's fun things that you can do even with your short format video, and one of them I want to talk to you about that's a little bit different is creating your own GIF. And this can be a powerhouse play for you being able to get more exposure. If there's something like a catchphrase that you constantly say, you can extract that, 2-second clip that you have and generate a GIF file. And there's actually websites that you can upload it to. So then later on, someone else might say, hey, I want that GIF for my thing. And then you're getting this brand recognition. So start thinking of the content that you're creating for your virtual event in aspects above and beyond just when you're streaming live. And it can be very resourceful for you. So one of the other things that we absolutely have to talk about, in fact, I ran into this headache yesterday, it became a 2-hour little hiccup. My iCloud was full. And understanding how to manage your video because they take up massive amounts of space. One of the things that I have, I don't think I can show it to you. No, can't bring it over here. It's just an external drive. And it holds, I think, like 3 terabytes of data. So I'm downloading all my stuff onto that. And you're going to need to do something to help you manage this. And you don't want to wait until you need it. This is one of those things, if you're going to do video, plan ahead and get that in place so that you can really not get held up by the nonsense. And even doing some things like social media management to schedule some of these shorts and things are going to make your life easier. But that's a topic for a different discussion, and maybe we can dig into that in the next challenge. But understanding how to use your library can be so important. So number one, I have the external drive, but I also have a membership site on GrooveFunnels and a place where I can house videos that are up to 1 hour. And anyhow, it's incredibly helpful. You can find some other places too, like Vimeo. There is a premium charge for that. The beautiful thing about Vimeo, though, it has so many different features that can enhance the user experience, including being able to go fast or slow down, do triple time speed. And when you use YouTube, unless you're using the paid version of it, after your video's done, they have the option of throwing up ads or things that are tied to your competition. You don't want to do that. If you have somebody that's in your sales funnel and you try to keep all eyes on your content, you want to avoid any outside distractions. That's why people do funnels and not have all these extra buttons going on in their website. So you want to be protective of that. So look at services that are going to work for you. And when you do this, you can find ways that it can become not just for one purpose. For instance, with GrooveFunnels, they do have the ability of, like, for instance, with my membership site, I can give people instant access to watch 20 videos, or I can do something that's called a slow drip strategy, where a video's sent to them every day. And it's based off of like when they sign up. So there's a lot of control features that can help you really create these fun ways to help your clients and prospects engage with content. And I think that us understanding how people consume content is key. And let me explain. Because a lot of times if somebody sees this massive download of, like videos and all this stuff, it can become overwhelming. It can become intimidating. But if you have them on a campaign where it's like, hey, check your email once a day for 30 days as we go through this challenge, it's more tolerable. And all of these things can be done on autopilot. So you're not like, every day I got to run to my computer and do it. No, you get it pre-scheduled in advance and you just have it flow for you. So anyhow, these are super powerful ways for you to be able to grow your business and doing it in a fantastic way with virtual events. In fact, tomorrow, I do want to tell you, tomorrow, I'm going to be hosting a free lab on software. This one's going to be a little bit different than what we did this week. I'm going to roll up my sleeves. We're going to be going through software that's applicable to you and showing you how to use it, doing different demos, hopefully addressing any problems or hangups that you have so we can get you on track. But if you really are serious about growing your business, I want to encourage you to step up make this the quarter. We got 1 quarter left of the year. Make this a quarter that you say, I'm actually going to level my business into new areas I never thought by hosting my virtual event. And if you go over to elizabethmorosco.com/awesome, you're going to have a chance to actually work one-on-one with me, along with some group coaching and some powerful ways that you can really gain momentum and get your business going. And I think that us having a chance to really see how things can work when we're on our own and trying to duct tape things, it can be a good experience because it gives you a chance to see how overwhelming it can be. And I've been there. I've been in one of those situations where I had an opportunity to learn a lot of software. I've done coaching where I've shown up, and unfortunately, and this happened on a couple that were like big ticket prices, where I thought I was going to be connecting with this one person, and they were going to help me with some of my tech problems that I had or questions that I had. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. It didn't happen. It became a situation where, and this was multiple different coaches. One, it became a situation where the coach that I signed up for, she ended up ultimately not even really showing up once in a month, and then she offset it to some people that really weren't marketing experts, not to be cocky, but some of them didn't know as much as I did, and I signed up to learn from her, and then she didn't show up. I had another one where it was another lady who I loved her. I learned a lot from her. But when I signed up for her program, it was horrible because I got there and I signed up, and then I'm going into this coaching session, and I felt like I was in a therapy session for somebody else. And, I'm just coming out of, my situation and starting to live life. I didn't have the emotional energy to listen to that. I was there because this isn't a hobby for me. This is my career. This is how I provide for my family. And I love, we all get little hangups and stuff, but that wasn't what I was looking for. I had another situation where somebody promised big results and then they didn't even show up. And it was just money down the drain. I've been there. And I will tell you, I've also had the pleasure of working with some other coaches that have inspired me, that have helped me bring out new aspects of myself that I didn't even know. They helped me avoid major problems that I didn't even know were waiting for me. And it was like, roadblock ahead, take a detour, exit left. And I love those coaches. And I think that maybe me going through some of these bad experiences helped me in some ways. That's what I'm telling myself. I think that it did. There was one that I went down, there was a couple that I went out of state, but there was one that I went to, and I thought, this is when I was really getting into learning about social media marketing, and I was trying to understand the pixels and the ads, and all I wanted was somebody to sit down and say, hey, Liz, this is what you got to do. I brought my laptop. I traveled across the country. I'm running. I'm like, I finally got somebody who's going to help me. And then I get there, and it becomes an influencer who wants to act like she's on Vogue. And then she shows up strutting through the, room, with a great big ego. And then all she starts talking about is marijuana sales. I was PO'd. I paid thousands of dollars for that. And I actually had a very short window that I could go to that event. But I didn't really get anything out of it. I got a lot out of the online content. And I was expecting when I traveled there, I was going to have somebody say, look, this is what you got to do to overcome it. It wasn't. It became a sales pitch on a product that I wasn't even interested in promoting. And, that happens. But then you learn to appreciate who are the ones that step up later on and say, hey, we can do this. We can overcome this together. But not doing it in a way of a backhanded agenda. Why don't you sell CBD oil and hemp? No, I'm not doing it. So you've got to know these things because you've got to find the right environment that's for you. And this might not be the right program for you. If you're really not ready to launch a virtual event, this probably isn't going to be the program for you. Because what we're going to do is the first couple of weeks, we're going to really dig into some coaching of overcoming and identifying where are the obstacles, where are areas that have to be improved. And then after that, we're going to start digging into the actual production of creating some of the assets, and it'll be things like I'm sending you templates for you to update, make some power plays in, and then you're being able to, customize or tweak it the way that you want, and being able to do it in a way too where you have a second set of eyes that is coming behind to help you see, is this a good fit? Do I have everything that I need in here? Should I change these words? Sometimes, and I've seen it before, where people will produce a video or something and they think that it's really good because it's thrilling to them, but they don't realize, an outsider viewing that video isn't connecting with it from either, sloppy language and dialogue or horrific images that people can't connect with. I've seen people that do whiteboard and they're doing scribble stuff that it makes no freaking sense at all. They're trying to act like Russell Brunson. Have you seen how he does like the cartoons and he draws it out and it's kind of clever and it looks good? They're trying to do that in a really sloppy version where it looks like a doctor wrote it. It's not going to convert. It's not going to convert. And you need to make sure that these things are in place so that if people have questions, they don't feel confused. They don't feel overwhelmed. They don't feel like, hey, I don't know how to understand what she's saying or what she's offering. What the heck is she saying? So you want to overcome all of those little obstacles that are actually going to be an overwhelm for you. And you can do it, especially when you have the right team in place. And in this offer that we have, I mean, this is incredible. This is your chance to really dig in and have somebody that's going to help you not only learn the content and how to produce an amazing event, but somebody that's going to help you actually do it. And if you go over to elizabethmorosco.com/awesome virtual events, you can take a look at this offer really quick. And like I said, if you do sign up by Tuesday and you do the pay in full, I'm going to offer this bonus for you absolutely free. And this is going to be a place of being able to be accountable and have somebody that's showing up with you so that when you're going live, if you don't want to learn all the technology for live streaming, but you want to do an awesome countdown timer, you want to be able to have your comments rolling in. Maybe you want to have control over your presentation by being able to click it, but you don't want to deal with anything else. Or maybe you don't even want to click it. You just say, let me show up and speak, and you do everything. I'm going to take care of all of that for you. All you have to do is show up, be dedicated. But like I said before, if you're not serious about really rolling out an event that's going to convert, this probably isn't for you. Because we're going to take this to a next level where you're not stuck. And one of the other things that I do want to say is there's a 100% money back guarantee. You've got 14 days to come in to see if you like it or you don't like it. If you don't like it, you just cancel. I don't want you to work with me if you don't like what we're doing. But I would love the opportunity to help you really shine. And this is going to be it. So this isn't just like a masked price. Total value of everything is over $11,000 for what I'm including in this package, plus the bonus. If you sign up and pay in full, that's another $1,000 bonus that you're getting for free. You're going to have access to these trainings in our members library, including the Event Queen Challenge, also live event marketing strategy blueprint, and some other things, including templates, all of these things that are going to help you just get into the free flow of producing an amazing event. And these are things that are going to be helpful for whether you're a startup just starting to roll out events, or you are an established business. And so many different business bases, from real estate, if you're an author or coach, let's say you're a digital course. Some digital coaches don't know what to do with their membership area, or really how to stream a professional stream. I would love to show you how to do that. I'd love to take that burden from you. So let's roll up our sleeves. Let's work together. Let's create an event that's going to help you move forward with success towards something that really makes you shine and feel fantastic. And now's the time to do it. Not wait until you go through 5 more classes thinking about it. Let's roll up our sleeves. Let's get this done. You're going to have the remote broadcast along with one event rehearsal where we're going to practice, just like they have the recitals and they practice beforehand. We're going to do a practice ahead of time, and I will work with you remotely from my location. We're going to record all those videos. And then the beautiful thing is, too, after we're done with this event, with your event, we're going to be able to come back and have it where you can repurpose all that content. And then guess what you can do with that? Guess what you can do with that content? Promote your next event, because we want to create a cycle where it continues to grow and flow, and we're building momentum off of what's already created instead of continually reinventing the wheel. So that's my offer for you. It's going to be open until Tuesday at midnight, your time frame, Tuesday at midnight. And I hope that you take advantage of it. Tomorrow we are digging in. We're going to talk about, Software Lab. I was getting confused. Tomorrow, Saturday, we're going to talk about Software Lab on various softwares, including my favorite new software that I just discovered this month called Descript. And this is one bad mojo. He is awesome. Gives you the ability to do so many really cool things for producing amazing post-production, including your snippets, converting to blog posts, converting to podcasts. It even has, like, let's say that you don't want to do video, you can type in all of the content that you want said, and then you can have an AI voice actually narrate your video. So I'm going to show that a little bit tomorrow, so come hang out. We'll also touch a little bit on Canva and some other things. So in the meantime, I do hope that you have an amazing weekend. Monday, I will be back 2 p.m. So come hang out again. We're going to talk about revenue. Heck yeah. Who doesn't want to make a little bit of money? I do. Making money's fun because you can do great things for yourself, your family, your community. That big donation that you've ever dreamt of. Let's get to the point that we can take your movement and create something absolutely fantastic out of it. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate all you. Saw a couple little comments that came by. Thank you, Liz Morosco. You are absolutely awesome. Well, I think you are absolutely awesome, and I like making content. It's so much fun. And how are you using live and using this video? I'm broadcasting with my favorite software for streaming, and that's Ecamm. So I have the ability to do so many things, and that's why it's cool. If you work with me, we're going to be able to do some awesome things, like being able to bring in some fun audio stuff. Oh my gosh, you guys, last night I had a little bit of a hoot while I was waiting for all these documents that I had to purge from my computer. I was playing and I was listening to these different sounds. But check this out. Before I go, I just got to do this. I was getting ready to sign off. But check out these sound effects that I found. Is this fun? We got the... But imagine, like, at the right cue and the right time to be able to play something like that. Here, I got telephone operator.
Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
So think of, like, your virtual events as a place for you to do storytelling. And then what's this one do? Oh, we already did him. He's annoying. Let's do, here's a meltdown. You guys are familiar with that one. We've done that a couple times. Oh, here's even some fun, like, little music. It's called Mischief. Think about the things that you can do that can create this narrative that can be super fun. So, one of my other streamer friends online, I want to do this because I say it a lot in person. You remember the movie Sandlot? And they always go, "You're killing me, Smalls." I say that a lot. Anyhow, they made a little sound clip of it. And every time somebody, he's actually one of my coaches, Doc Rock. But every time somebody says something stupid or he does that, when they do it messed up. So yeah, you've got to have a little bit of fun. And last night, I will tell you, I was having fun with that. Oh, doesn't that sound like 60 minutes? All right, you guys, I could go on. Okay. I could go on and on. Isn't that cute? Okay, last one. Oh, this is my last one. I'm done. This one reminded me from the movie Kill Bill. Listen to this. Anyhow, think about what you could do with sound effects like that. So when you work with me on your upcoming event, if you sign up for that pay in full, we are going to have an absolute freaking riot. We're going to talk about your graphics, your B-roll, your intro, your presentation, the audio, the lower thirds, the titles, and I'm going to help you do it all. So no more doing it on your own. If you're interested, go sign up now. ElizabethMorosco.com/awesome virtual events, and you can find that link right in the comments. All right, you guys, that's all I've got for you for today. So if you are VIP, let's give us it's 3:09. I'll see you over in VIP at 3:15. Oh, Jacqueline made it. Hey, lovely lady, so good to see you. Yeah, the sound effects can bring so much life to a live stream. So remember that, whether you work with me or you end up going solo, just know that I'm 100% rooting for you for success. In the meantime, be good, be